Here with more is Senator Ted Cruz, the great state of Texas. Senator, I don't know. I don't recall you denying riots for riots last year. I don't know any Republican that wasn't out there saying we need to restore law and order. And I don't know any Republican that was out there or conservative saying we need to defund and dismantle the police. But if you remember, please tell us, because my memory is pretty sharp on these issues.
Well, Sean, I got to say it's remarkable that the White House is now apparently employing comedians. You know, there's an old Yiddish word for that, chutzpah. For them to run out and claim that it's Republicans who want to defund the police, that's like an arsonist showing up at the fire and blaming the firemen. That's like the Chinese blaming the Americans for the Wuhan virus. That's like OJ saying he's going to help find the real killer. That's like Democrats saying they're the ones that want to build the wall. It's absurd. It's ridiculous, and they know it. But you know what? They're also counting on the media, all encircling Joe Biden and saying, poor Uncle Joe, he doesn't want to abolish your police. Well, last time I checked, Bill de Blasio, the Democratic mayor of New York, campaigned on defunding the police, cut $1 billion from the NYPD. And you know what? De Blasio was standing on that same Democratic stage with Joe Biden. Joe might not remember it, but de Blasio was right there. Last I checked, AOC's a Democrat. Last I checked, Tlaib's a Democrat. Last I checked, Omar's a Democrat. Last I checked, the Summer of Love. You remember when you had the Chaz Autonomous Zone and you had a Democrat going, oh, it's just the Summer of Love? I mean, I want to see the Democrats make the case to the American people. Put us in charge, like the mayor of Portland can say. Put us in charge. Let us abolish your police. If you don't like your murder rate, we can increase it 8 times, 800%. Look, the Democrats understand they're in trouble. Abolishing the police is stupid. The American people know that. By the way, African Americans and Hispanics overwhelmingly oppose abolishing the police. And so suddenly these rich white liberals that said, let them eat cake, let them be without police, are realizing, oh, no, this is unpopular. And so they're trying to claim these aren't the droids you're looking for. They've never supported it. It's absurd. It's ridiculous. And, Sean, if you want to know what Joe Biden thinks, look no further than 2 of the senior officials he appointed to the Department of Justice, Vanita Gupta and Kristen Clark. They are 2 of the leading advocates for defunding and abolishing the police. Last year, in writing and congressional testimony, they advocated it. Biden appointed them to 2 of the top positions in the Department of Justice. And by the way, out of 50 Democrats in the Senate, you know how many voted to confirm both of them? All 50. Every single Democrat voted to confirm vocal advocates for abolishing the police. That's who's helping run the Department of Justice right now.
Let me ask you, as a constitutional attorney that has successfully, great track record actually, argued before the United States Supreme Court, and even Alan Dershowitz said you were one of the brightest students that he ever had the honor of having in his class. You know, I understand that our Constitution, and you step in and correct me at any point I'm wrong, I understand it to be the foundation for our rule of law in this great democratic republic we live in. When we have laws, I always thought you don't get to pick and choose which ones you decide to obey. Your state of Texas, all our border states now, are living with record lawlessness, the highest number of people coming into the country illegally. Not only are they just being processed and allowed to enter, but then it seems like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris's policies are aiding and abetting in the law breaking as they then disperse and give travel assistance to illegal immigrants to other states all over the country. Is there anything legal about that, Senator? Because I'll be down at the border with Greg Abbott, who I'm very fond of, and with President Trump tomorrow.
Yeah, look, as you know, it's complete lawlessness. And the Biden administration refuses to enforce the law. A couple of months ago, I brought 19 senators down to the border to see firsthand what was happening. I've been to the border many, many times. I've been out with the Border Patrol on midnight patrol. It is worse than it's ever been. Over 500,000 people have crossed illegally. And I got to tell you, for many of the people who are crossing illegally, they don't even have to be apprehended by the Border Patrol. They go and seek out the Border Patrol and turn themselves in because Joe Biden and Kamala Harris deliver them the rest of the way. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are the last mile of the human trafficking network that's resulting in abusing thousands of little boys, thousands of little girls. It's utterly lawless, and it's striking. So one of the things, the trip that President Trump is taking to the border, and we're glad to welcome him back in Texas, it did prompt Kamala Harris finally to discover we had a southern border. And she traveled to the southern border, but amazingly enough, she didn't go to the Rio Grande Valley. She didn't go to the epicenter of the problem. She went to El Paso, which is a wonderful city, but it's 800 miles away. It is Chicago is closer to Washington, D.C. than El Paso is to the Rio Grande Valley. And there's a reason, Sean, that Kamala didn't go to the Rio Grande Valley, because if she had, she would have had to have seen the Biden cages. You've seen the Biden cages. Cage after cage after cage of little children. And she didn't want the news media to cover it because, you know, the media today, they don't pretend anymore. They are the Praetorian Guard protecting Biden and Harris. And so she went to El Paso to say, see, I went to the border. Everything's fine here, while ignoring we're on a pace for more than 2 million people to cross illegally. It is a crisis. And you want to know how bad it is? McAllen, Texas, great city down in the Rio Grande Valley, historically bright blue, 80% Democratic. They just elected a Republican mayor because the people said, enough already with this chaos that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris has given us. We need to enforce our law. We need to secure the borders.
Senator, that would be a good start. I thought laws, I never knew you could pick and choose the laws. I never thought a president and vice president could pick and choose either. I get to be in your home state of Texas. I happen to have reported from the border. I think this will be my 15th time being down there from the Rio Grande all the way through San Diego at the actual border, by the way, just in case anyone's interested. Senator, look forward to seeing your state
Well, buy
tomorrow.
property in Texas. We want to make you a Texan, Sean.
Listen, I'm getting out of here. I promise you.